See, now I thought that subterranean tunnels would puzzle a lot of you. Thinking James Bond, Austin Powers. But Lou, you were straight on it with Kingsman. And I think it's half the problem like what we had with the Patreons yesterday. We actually did True Lies yesterday. And it was a scene where Arnold Schwarzenegger... Oh, that was making a funny noise. It was a scene where Arnold Schwarzenegger's holding the dictaphone while Jamie Lee Curtis is stripping off. And everyone's like, oh, everyone's watched that scene, so they know what it's going to be. Well, as Lou says, if you've watched that scene, you know what's going on as well. But there you go. It was the red floor that gave it away. Oh, bless. Hello, Christian from Grantham.
Let's give it up big time. Hello, Christian from Grantham. Now let's get cracking.
Dinner was last night this week. Oh, bless. Oh, you've got me for the full hour then. So I've got nothing planned for this hour. I've done my little bit of preparing. So yesterday, if you don't know, for the Patreons, I was starting to build the war machine. Pretty much like Frank in chat there. I've been lighting it up. This is the Pegasus Hobbies war machine. And we're in the process of lighting it up at the moment. You will see that, but the actual build of it is only going to stay on the Patreon channels, and that's going to be there. But what I've been doing since Monday stroke Tuesday, apart from sleeping, is I've been nursing my blisters. Still got a big one there, as you can see. And my thumbs are starting to get feeling back, but I've got calluses now on the end of my thumbs. But it hasn't, what's the word? It hasn't scared me off. I am going to attempt it again perhaps next year, but I need to have a build, which is a pack which you can work through systematically. Very hard to work through that Volvo systematically, especially when the first pack, or stage 1, was in pack 11, so you can imagine how the rest of it went. Now the good news is that if anyone's actually seen that 24-hour live stream, remember I had a problem with the headlights and I couldn't get them to work because the switch and all that. I fixed it. It's actually underneath that sheet there. I fixed it so the headlights work now and stuff, but I haven't done any more work on it. Now what I'm going to do is, in the theme of a live stream, I've decided that I'm going to actually, when I'm doing the build, and I'll do the build not live but just the videos you know, I'm going to keep them completely unedited, just like I would for the live stream. So I'll build it. Once we've completed it, we can add up all the times it would have taken to see if we would have completed that in 24 hours. I think definitely, because there wasn't much to do after we had done all of those pipes. It was just putting all the bodywork together. So it's all cool. Wasn't it the prequel to Kingsman: The Gold Circle? No, that was Kingsman. The Kingsman was the prequel. Then you had Kingsman, and then you had Kingsman: Golden Circle. That was our date night movie, Mrs. Welder Wayne. When we went on romantic dates, it was either Kingsman or John Wick. So it involved a lot of bullets and a lot of killing. That was an idea of a good date night for us. You're loving my Holly Hop Drive. I was going to start adding things to it, so there's little lights on there and all of that. I think it's pretty cool. I don't know if anyone noticed that. It was Romani A.M. Thomas. Hello, Gareth. Look, my cousin's in here tonight. We've only just been talking about you today, Gareth, funny enough. Your ears must have been burning. Well, not particularly you. I was trying to reel off to Mrs. Welder Wayne all of my cousins. And we got to the Corbishley family, and I'm like, oh, God, here we go. I think I did pretty well. I know, Bergdish, you did. You know what, Bergdish? You actually saved my life on a number of occasions on Monday, because towards the end, and I think you could tell, I was missing out great big squares of stuff. Someone did say they saw my hand shaking as well, and yeah, I wasn't feeling too good at all. I was actually feeling ill from about 5 o'clock, and I had a coffee, but I wasn't even drinking. Even though I said I had 2 coffees and 2 Pepsis, I wasn't drinking them all. I was just swigging them and then just trying to get back onto it. Unfortunately, it's my OCD in me. I think it's my OCD in me that I just want to get back to it. And well, there you go. All right, I see. Bless you. But you'll be pleased to know that I've been mucking around with some cameras. So this is my Blackmagic camera. And I'm just going to show you some of these, which are going to be showing at the weekend, which I can switch between these 3 cameras. Now, you saw that on the live stream. What you didn't see is I've hooked up a new camera. And I've got a new camera here. So my workbench, my paint bench, this whole workbench, it does spin round. I can now actually film when I'm over there. So that was a feat, trying to plumb that camera in. Mrs. Worldaway hates me because I've stolen my light back to her. Do you remember that BenQ light I had? She nicked that, and I've gone and pinched it back. So I need that over there. Mainly because I'm in the process of painting the War Machine, the base for it, and I'm in the starting to process of painting my Gremlin, which, as you just saw there, is sitting waiting to be filled, tidied up, all sorts of things going on over there, which is pretty cool. Yes, hopefully we will do some nice airbrushing videos. Now we can do that. Look, Mrs. Holdaway stole your sewing light. Oh, bless you. Right, so before I forget, a couple of things. First off, Robert's just emailed me saying a lot of people might have been interested in the Altea Megazord build. And I believe, Robert, you're currently doing it at the moment. So I'm just going to switch over camera here so you can see some of the pictures for it. And that looks ginormous. That's an A2 cutting mat, isn't it, Robert, there, by the look of it? Is that A2? If that's A2, that is absolutely ginormous. Wow. And he's got another picture here as well, which I will just bring up. There you go. Looking like that. Now, I never was a fan of that, to be honest with you. But if you are interested in it, there you go. Megazord. Remember Zoids? Zoids was my thing, but the Power Rangers never my sort of thing. But now, I think one of the reasons that... Thank you, Howard. This is almost for making it 15-hour mark. As I said to Howard in private chat that my feat that I did on Monday, I mean, it's the first time I attempted it. I didn't know what to expect, but now I do. So I'm classing that 24/15-hour live stream. It is an A2 mat, Robert. Wow. I'm classing that as my Rocky 1 moment, and I will have my Rocky 2 moment. I'm going to be beating Apollo Creed. But I think one of the reasons I failed was because of this. Because of this. The folks at Agora Models, I'm telling you, they pulled out all the stops and they sent me this for the 24-hour live stream, and unfortunately it didn't come up in time. It came the next day. But these are pick and mix sweets, and I'm telling you, it's funny, we were talking about some of these on the stream last week. I don't know what some of it... That's chocolate. I know that's chocolate. But Mrs. Worldaway had already helped herself to them. Cola cubes. Do you remember the old cola cubes? This is the Mrs. Worldaway's like kryptonite sherbet fountains. Absolutely loves sherbet fountains. Do you remember this? This was back in my day as a kid. The golden gum nuggets. The little yellow things that turn into chewing gum in a little linen bag there. We've got the Tango jelly beans. This is my care package from Agora Models. So I'm never going to be short of sweets. And I know I thanked Claire and all the team there personally, but I'll tell you what, this would have been it. If I would have like started tucking into that, I'm sure we would have done well. But there's just hundreds and hundreds of sweets in here, and they're all the pick and mix stuff. So I don't know who was more impressed by this, if it was me getting it from Agora Models, or the fact that when Mrs. Worldaway opened it, her eyes almost fell out of her head. So it's quite fun. You found the lightsaber build that looks really sweet. I've actually got like 1, 2, 3. I've got 4 lightsabers in the corner, and that one there is actually a lightsaber as well, believe it or not. It's one of these working ones by KG Sabers or something. Really high end it is, but I think it needs charging, and it's got a detachable blade, so I just put the hilt on the wall. Did anyone see, now Peter or Tensi, is that how you pronounce your name, Peter? Did you see that I took your advice about making a t-shirt? So I have made a t-shirt exactly like you described. So it looks like that now. And if you click on store on my Facebook page, you'll be able to see that. So that's my new standby t-shirt. Sure, it was better in paper tubes. Rhubarb and custards. Yes, there's rhubarb and custard bonbons in there. And there are dib dabs. Dib dabs. Or double dibs. The new chair. Look, I've got a new chair because my other one broke. So this one's not rocking around now. I mean, I couldn't believe the amount of things that broke. Apart from my fingers, the cutting mat, the chair. Yeah. The switch. That switch was definitely faulty, by the way. After the stream, again, I got the ammeter out after I cut the wires off. It was a faulty switch. That was never going to work. So, I would have been zooming from the sugar high. The trouble with a sugar high, though, Howard, is the sugar low. No one likes that. Does the printed Ecto roof box include the ladder? Ian? I'm sure you'll answer that later on down there. Hello, Chris Creates. How's it going? And everyone, me and the girlfriend are suffering from COVID at the moment. Oh, that's not good. But hopefully it's just a lighter strain now, Chris. And everyone's getting over it. I don't know if Phil's going to be joining us tonight. Phil's actually at BritCon in Seattle, I believe, which is a Doctor Who convention. He's one of the guests there. So if you are watching, or you're at a hotel, or you watch on Catch Up, hi Phil, hope you're enjoying yourself. Which is quite fun. Now, the next thing to show you, again, on the Patreon channel, I did share this. If anyone's what sort of word's that? If anyone has watched Adam Savage's channel, the Tested channel from Adam Savage from Mythbusters, he was actually showing an AT-AT walk, a garage build, on a one-day build, and it looked just like this. Now, the good thing is he was assembling it. He didn't actually quite finish it at the end of the video. But if you haven't seen it, go check out Adam Savage's Tested site. The thing is absolutely amazing. But he didn't share where you can get it from. Because obviously it's a garage kit and they didn't want to have any licensing things. So people did email me and I just didn't know what I could say. Anyway, in unrelated stuff, I found this website called Merlin Models. Who happened to be selling a Walker Studio Scale model kit. Which looks a lot like the one that Adam Savage was building in the Tested. Now, from what I understand, and I don't know if this is true or not, but I believe that they're only making 20 of these. Because it's a very, very, very limited run. Now, obviously, they can't raise the profile too much because Lucasfilm are going to be like, hello, where's the licensing on that? But yeah, Merlin Models are making that. It's a lot of money. I think it's $2,000 just for an unpainted one and $2,600 for a painted one. As a matter of fact, let's play around and look at it now. So for that AT-AT, we've got an unpainted full payment, $1,299 out of stock. There we go. A 6-month payment plan will cost you $250. A fully painted one, $2,600. There you go. Cheap at half the price. But that's about the Walker there. Quite an interesting little build, that one, I have to say. If I had the money, I don't know, but you know what, if it taught me anything, you remember when Altea, was it Altea with the Agostini? I think it was one of them. Although it's the same company in different parts of the world. I'm guessing it's Altea in France. They bought out the AT-AT trial. I say they bought it out. I don't know if it actually got distributed or it's a small area. And I said, I can't see who's going to be interested in that because it's going to be like the X-Wing. You've got 4 legs and you're going to be building again and again and again and again. Well, the amount of like emails I had, the amount of Twitter conversations about the AT-AT that was on Tested, I'm shocked that no one has bought something like that out because I didn't realise there'd be such a big demand for an all-terrain armoured transport vehicle to build. But there is. So, there you go. Iceland do sherbet fountain in ice creams. Please don't say that. I'm going to close it. Yes, all right. Oh, that's good. That was all you, Peter. That was all your idea. So, thank you for that. Why bonbons give you migraines? Oh my God, that's not good. Wow, 80% of your team was off with COVID. That's crazy. Leslie thought you back my break. The chair was going all over the place. It wasn't so much my back, Robert, but the spindle was pushing up at the base of the chair. So I always sit. I never sit like you would expect with 2 feet on the floor. I always tuck one leg in, and I've got one leg on the floor. I'm like a Buddhist monk. I don't know why that is. I've always been like it. So that's the only thing that was protecting me from me and the spindle of the chair. Hortense. There we go, Hortense. Hopefully I've got that right, Peter. Thank you, Mark. You've got a lava fisher going on. Now, that's the sort of thing you need to be taking pictures of, Bergdis. You know, stop motion, time lapse, that sort of thing. That'd be great. Hello, Gunny. How's it going? Wait, I need part 106 from Ecto 1. I've been waiting for over 5 months. Part 106 is the rear white wing tip, and now I know why. Well, me and Nick Barmer never received parts 35. I think that's still the same case, Nick, isn't it? So we can't actually use the roof box that Part Work Upgrades are making because we need the back lenses of the lights as well. Although Ian was talking about someone, the ladder, yes, Ian, thank you. You were saying that someone had replaced their lights anyway with Lego ones or something, which was quite interesting. You've met Adam Savage, wow. I'd like to meet him. He's at a con in the next couple of weeks with Props to History, I believe. I still need to come up with a nipple t-shirt. I need to keep it clean though, Peter, so I don't know what I'm going to do with that. But, you know, you talking about Eaglemoss and stuff, I've been putting my ear to the ground for you and, you know, to try and figure out what's going on and stuff. And, you know, looked at the administrators and seen what messages are coming from Eaglemoss and the administrators. And I've got this video message for you. So I'm hoping that's answered all of your questions and no one needs to bother me anymore about what's going on with Eaglemoss. He's talking about the builds he made for episode 3. You know what? It must be for someone to have worked on that series or that trilogy to be building an unlicensed kit. I don't know where he stands then as being a representative of like Lucasfilm or I don't know. You've got to watch what you're doing there. Hello, Will. How's it going? Will, look at the camera. Look, your gremlin sitting there. Look, he's ready to go. He's ready to go. Bingo run is finished for that model, has it? Oh God. Hello, Jim. How's it going, Jim? All important question is obviously the friendlies are starting soon. Who's going to get the tab for the NFL this year? Do you want me to get it for the Game Pass? Or are you going to get it? I don't know. I haven't actually looked at it yet, to be honest with you. But we did get tickets for the Saints-Vikings game on, is it the 9th of October? In October sometime at the Tottenham Stadium again. I don't know, Robert, to be honest with you. A lot of money, though. Was talking about the scanner on the wall. Well, these lights, you can actually just change the blends of them. So I decided to have them like that as red alert since Monday. We're in a state of distress here. As I said, I would make it blue, but it does mean changing the bulb. If you're a Red Dwarf fan, you would have got that joke. You got an extra set of proton packs and a tractor trade, really? Oh my God. Well, look, my at the moment, my Eleanor is under the workstation there. Not quite sure what I'm doing with it. The next 4 stages are just under the fridge there, which I'm refusing to do. My Titanic is still up on the wall there, my wooden Titanic. Not doing much. My Ecto 1 is up in the old man cave. Yeah. There you go. The Lego one sells for about $800, about the same size, I think. I'd be tempted to just get one of the old Kenner ones and, you know, really do it up. I like the idea of that. But, you know, someone mentioned it on the... I didn't see much chat. That's another big regret. I was so concentrated on focus of trying to do that 24-hour stream. I completely missed all the chat. So I'm glad Mrs. World Away and you all talked amongst yourselves and stuff. I think next time I'd like to have a screen here or something so I can occasionally look up and check that. But someone did say about the... oh, what was the other blinking ship? I forgot. You know what? It's one of those things I've just lost myself mid-track. It will come to me. Yes, someone was talking about something else to do on the channel, and obviously I said I want to do more kit models, which is why I've done the War Machine coming up. I've got the Gremlin coming up. But someone suggested, why don't I find something, anything, it doesn't matter what it is, pick a film, some bit of pop culture, and scratch build something. And I do like the idea of that. Scratch building it from scratch, which should be good. Don't know what yet. Something easy, perhaps. Like Ziggy. I was thinking about Ziggy from Quantum Leap. Making a thing that when you bang it, it makes stupid noises and colours and stuff like that. Or Aurak from Blake 7. That came up recently as well. I like the look of that. But very pop culture-ish retro stuff for me. You've been living under a rock. You just realised your Jeep. Oh dear. I wouldn't go as far, Dr. Inferno, as saying it won't be completed. Because they're in administration. And you've got to remember that there's 3 people involved in this whole thing. You've got you, who's building the Jeep. You've got Eaglemoss, who's providing you with the Jeep. And you've got the manufacturers who are manufacturing the parts to give to you to make the Jeep. They still want to give you the Jeep. It's just this middle bit that's gone. There's a vacant space, if you like, at the moment. Now, whether that gets filled by a restructured Eaglemoss or something else, who knows? So, if you look at it that way, that's why I keep reiterating. Just keep hold of what you've got. Because, we'll have to say, God, I'm a lot of hand signals today, aren't I? By the way, Lou, there is a reason I'm wearing your shirt today. This colour here, and it's because of the Porsche 917 box 3. I've actually already filmed it today, and that will be going live tomorrow. It's all edited, ready to go as well. So when tomorrow comes and you see me wearing this shirt, it's not because I don't change my clothes. It's because that's what I've been wearing today. As a matter of fact, I filmed the Iron Man build today, and I had my Hobbiton shirt on. So Mrs. Welder Wayne has to go through so much washing and ironing, because it means so far I've worn 2 shirts today. Sometimes I'm wearing 3. Ian got his issue 71. That's really good, Ian. So what's happened? I didn't have issue 71. Ian Keane, wasn't it? Was it Ian Keane? You sent me issue 71, and I was so grateful, and I managed to do my Ferrari. In the meantime, I had phoned up Panini and said I didn't have an issue 71. They sent me one, and now Ian is missing a part, so I got to send my issue 71 to Ian. So, wow, community bonding together. It's all cool. It's sold out. I think they're only making a very, very limited run, Jason. If you make a short run, a very short run, like 20, then studios, I think, will not be that interested. If you start to make the hundreds and the thousands, you're going to upset one of the executives there. And you'll have your lovely cease and desist letter come through the post. It's not a Knight Rider light. Look, this light is controlled by an app. It's an app called... Stand by. Oh, said it again. Sorry. It's called... Isn't it typical? It don't want to work. I almost said it again. I'm going to stop myself saying stand by so often. It's iPhones, you see. Okay, so I'll just try to... It connects by Bluetooth, you see. So that's why I'm... right, so I'm on here. So at the moment, it's in trail mode. And this is what the app looks like here. And I can pick any colour I want. So I can make that blue if I wanted to. And as you see, I can have it red. I can have it green. These are in my Amazon store. You can have bar mode. And then you can have stacking mode. You can have a joint mode. And again, I can change the colour for that to have it any colour I want. Then you've got symphony mode. That's what I had before, which is like a rainbow effect. Well, hey. Then you've got gradient mode. And I could just keep adding colours to this. And it will just cycle through the colours. Jump mode. Flash mode. This is for my red alert. And I can speed that up as well. So it's like, red alert, red alert. And breathe mode. Which is just slowly coming backwards and forwards like that. Actually, that's a nice one. I like that. Perhaps, what should we have? Let's go back to stacking mode. Was that the one I had before? No. Bar mode. No. Trail mode. Yeah, let's go with that one. Make it red. There you go. Good little lights. Mrs. Wilder Wayne can't change those lights, just so you know. She can change these ones. If she tells a certain Echo Dot to change the studio lights and the colour, they'll change. So please don't do what you normally do and bug her to make the colours change. Because I never noticed. Good evening, Dee. How's it going? God, Ian, you're going to be working really hard. The replacements for the... didn't you have a good go at trying to do that, Ian? I really swamped mine in this sort of stuff, although I had a bit of a thicker grease than that. And, I mean, it deadened the sound a little bit, but not a great deal. Still makes a complete of racket. That's the thing. What's that, a part work tumbleweed? It could have been, Lou. If we're talking roof bar, blue lights, I had seen... Oh, I had seen someone did purchase 1/8 scale, similar version, and wired them in. I'm looking on the net to see if I can get hold of a batch. That'd be excellent. What's happening with Eaglemoss, Jim? I'll tell you what's happening with Eaglemoss. You're building the F1 out of Lego. Some of these Lego, you know what? Something I'd love to do. I'd love to go to the Lego store in London. Now, I've been down London loads of times. I've heard it's good in there. But it's the only place that I've known where you have to queue to get in. And some of those queues are sometimes an hour long, even more, to get into a really small shop. They need to, if they're that successful, Lego, they need a bigger premises, I think. But if you haven't been, it's in Leicester Square. But when I was a kid, it's really weird. When I was a kid, I used to free build. I didn't have kits for Lego. I just had a massive pile of bricks and just build whatever I want, houses. But I've never been into it as an adult. I don't know why. Perhaps it's because I haven't had one. I should try one. When are you doing the fire engine and the London bus? No idea for the fire engine. The London bus, I believe, next week. I've got the Leopard tank next week, definitely. And the Routemaster bus next week. So, and the Jaguar Box 11 as well. So, there you go. Lots to do. Instead of saying nipple, call it post. Michael, listen, thank you for your donation on Monday. I completely missed it. I'm sure Mrs. Welder Wayne picked it up, but I never got to say thank you, so I wanted to say thank you. I do remember. I pulled them all off so I can thank you. In particular, I've already said thank you to Dash Riptide. As a matter of fact, I should really bring them all up because I saved it. Stand by. Oh, I've said it again. So, Dash Riptide, Sprueverse, Greg Dillon, Dash Riptide, Thomas J. I've seen you in chat tonight. Thomas J. Michael, as I said, Renosian, John Drum. Thank you. Thank you very much. I only really figured out how to do that today, believe it or not. It's £150.99 this year. That's gone up. Oh my God. What's my holiday plans? Well, you probably saw it at the start of the stream. August is going to. I need to try and pre-make some content for when I'm away, which means that where I'm doing one video for the next 5 days, it will probably go down to 3 videos a week, something like that. Just so there's content when I'm away, because from the 15th of August to the 22nd of August, I'm on the Isle of Wight with my kiddies. Then I've got 3 days back, and then believe it or not, I'm at the London Film and Comic Con. I'm at Insomnia Gaming Festival. Then I'm back for 3 days, and then I'm at my niece's wedding. So there you go. Hey bro, because you need. That's an interesting title. Because you need. Is that really your YouTube name? Because you need. I'm taking that's you, Mick, because I can only see a little thumbnail there. Red Dwarf is a brilliant series. I wasn't too hot on Series 7, but every other season was brilliant. Good evening, Chris. How's it going? Oh, we're behind on chat already tonight, aren't we? Ah, typical. Oh, is Will and Victoria here? Hiya. How's it going? Will, what I'm going to do to start with the Gremlin, just so you know, let's go back to that as well. I'm gonna do the glasses first, believe it or not. It's where do you start on these models? I'm actually going to do the glasses first, get them looking brilliant, take the Gremlin up, flock the chair, paint everything else, then I'm going to work on the Gremlin last. That's how I'm going to tackle that one. So Should be interesting. Now, remember, on the 12th of August, which is a Friday, not a Thursday, there'll be no live stream on the 11th, I think it is. No live stream. It's moved to the 12th on the Friday because I'm going to be joined by Lou and Phil. We're going to be talking about this bad boy up here, which is now on a shelf. Which, believe it or not, that shelf is very rickety. It's held in from the back. It's one of these floating shelves. They're not very good at holding too much weight. So it's reinforced behind the orca there with a screw. Bit like this one here. And she's changed my lights yellow. I've just noticed. What did I say? What did I say? The time machine's all finished, Martin. And as I said, on the 12th, you're going to see mine, Lou's and Phil's all singing and all dancing. Going to be good. Mrs. Welder Wayne. Was I waiting to tell you went wrong? Oh, you missed an email about renewing it. Well, I'll be honest with you, Tony. I've been using Jim's for the last 2 years now. 2 seasons, isn't it, Jim? So it's all good. But I bought a new Cam Akers jersey. So I've got Akers and Stafford jerseys now because I'm a big Rams fan, obviously. And when I was with Phil, he took me to the SoFi Stadium. Oh, what a place. What a place. Where's my Dodge Charger? Dodge Charger is... look, you might be able to see some cars under there. I've got the Porsche on the left, Dodge Charger, fire truck, Eleanor. That's how that goes. All good. Raiders versus... Really? Ooh, I might have to look at that. What channel's that on? David? I don't have Sky Sports anymore. Call it a post instead of a nipple. I've been told peg as well, Michael. But you know what? I've got this sneaky feeling if I stop calling it a nipple, I think I'm going to disappoint a lot of people. Oh, bless. Scratch builder Johnny Five from Short Circuit. Oh, you know what? That would be a pain in the neck to do. But Steve, I actually know someone who's built a full-size Johnny Five in Nottingham. And he does sort of tour the UK showing it off. It's really good, it is. But I think it cost him, I think he's 20 grand deep in it at the moment, £20,000 into it. Really? Oh, wow. You know what? I haven't got a happy anniversary. I've only got a happy birthday. 4 years. Happy anniversary. Feels longer. You can't say that, Robert. You'll get shot. I'm just trying to think. 2018, 19, 20, 21, 22. We've got 4 years in October. Wow. This weekend. I think you're replying to Jeff Fink. He goes to San Diego. Really? Wow. Now, San Diego Comic Con, as I said to Phil, I'd love to do that one year, but I'd like to take Esther. But San Diego Comic Con's normally on around about the 20th of July. She's normally still at school. Problem with teachers is they only get holidays in the school holidays. They're pretty dictated to when they can have time off. There's no way they'll give them time off out of school time, if you like. But there you go. Try and scratch build an Ed 209 from Robocop. I'm surprised, Greg, that hasn't come out yet, as someone hasn't picked that up. I have actually seen a big, really good model for that. Ginormous thing it is. And it was a resin kit, like the Gremlin we got over there. So it is available somewhere. Oh, look, Mrs. Welder Wayne's on it. You managed to get the emotes in now. I can't even make an emote on this computer. Crazy. Do I use that Game Boy? I've only got one game for it, Maximus, which is Tetris. I want to get Super Mario Land. That's part of the to-do pile. You'll share all information about the manufacturers of artwork soon. Just don't want people handing them as they're just a factory. And sell direct to customers. Yeah, it's probably for the best Marvel. Todd. Marvel Phoenix. I mean, otherwise, if you want the direct quotes... I'm never going to get bored of that, I tell you. I made that just before the stream. There's a Robocop game that's coming out, really? I had the old Robocop game for the ZX Spectrum, you know. Quite good then as well. Obviously, they had the attribute problem. If you don't know what that is, on a ZX Spectrum, you had an 8x8 square. And in that square, you could only ever have two colours. you couldn't have any more than 2 colours. So when you had a game like RoboCop, that's why most games were monochrome, because if you put too many colours in there, the colours will clash and you'll just get square blocks everywhere. Bit of a nightmare back then. Commodore 64s didn't have that problem. You're tossing your Jeep. I'll tell you what, if you watch my Wonderfest video, Dr. Inferno, where we're in the room where the competition room, some people have actually taken half Jeeps and made a war diorama from them, blown to bits, and pretty good stuff. I don't know. I wasn't really following their spaceship collection or their ship collection. I didn't even follow their starship collection. My brother did. My brother Colin. He's my eldest brother. If you didn't know, I've got 3 brothers. One's in chat now. He's the next oldest. I've got a brother called Andrew who lives in London. And I've got a brother who lives down the road called Colin. He's the eldest. He's like 10 years older than me. So I'm like the baby of the family. What about building a Dalek from Doctor Who? I would, but the problem is, Michael, I've got to be passionate about what I'm building. And apart from the Tom Baker, Peter Davidson years, I didn't really watch Doctor Who. Hello, Alan. How's it going? He described how things work. So if you could contact the manufacturer, you get the spare parts. Who knows? I think more of the fact that manufacturers will be looking for some sort of distributor, as Todd says, because I couldn't quote you even better. The factories are not equipped to sell direct to customers. For the reason Todd just said, Edward. It's pretty much like a Sterling kit. You know, I'm building these Tekken kits. I've got this lovely car to build, which I'm going to be putting on the channel. I think I'm going to start that next week, actually. But they rely on... I mean, you can buy direct through Sterling kit, but they have got resellers that are selling this. If you want to sell product and you want to reach a bigger market, you really do need a distributor in different countries to actually distribute that for you. I haven't tried doing a 3D puzzle. I've seen them though. Mrs. World Wayne a couple of years ago built... Was it Diagon Alley? I'm sure she's going to answer me in chat. I think she built Diagon Alley. Perhaps there should be a standby app. That's the Martian heat ray mode. Thank you, Todd. The guy who's been doing most of the research on this is Todd. So, but even that is the, you know, it's what Marvel Phoenix has managed to find out. Obviously, Todd's included in Part Work Central. If you're not part of those Facebook groups or even the Discord server, you'll find Todd over there. You need a standby jar. Yeah, the problem is if I try and stop myself saying it, Jim, I find myself saying it even more. Well, I haven't got a clue how licensing works, Richard. No idea whatsoever. The DC3, the reason I haven't put this on the channel, Robert, and I'm probably not going to be doing it on the channel again, is still sitting over there. The skin, doing the skin on it is such a repetitive thing. I just don't think it would be a good watch. And I mean, adding wings to it and stuff like that, that's probably when it comes back, but it's just taking forever to do the skin on the wings. Good to see your health after the 24-hour deal. I didn't feel too bad on Tuesday. I just couldn't feel my fingers. My back was killing me. Mrs. Worldaway made me take some paracetamols. And drink more water. Matter of fact, I'm trying to get a little bit more fit. Because if I learned anything on Monday, that I need to be a bit more fitter, I think, as well. So what I've done is I signed up to something called Conquer Challenges. And one of these virtual walking things. And I'm a big fan of Lord of the Rings, if you didn't know. So I've been doing the first challenge that they do. Which is the Shire. And it's a 149-mile walk. And that's what I'm doing. And so far, I'm not too bad. I think I'm 15 miles into it at the moment. Looks like this. And you get a nice medal at the end of it, you see, with a one ring in it. I do like this. And you get a little app on your phone. Sounds like I'm selling it, doesn't it? But no, I'm not. Make them green. They're yellow at the moment. But now she knows she wields that power. I'm sure she'll bow to you and change them to whatever colour you want. I have trouble wearing a shirt like this. Now, to me, this shirt, when I was brought up with a ZX Spectrum, on key 7 was the key that I used to call Cyan. C-Y-A-N. It's only when I was an adult that people said that it's actually pronounced cyan. And trying to pronounce cyan, for me, the Echo Dot just doesn't recognise. So I'm there again and again saying, look, it's green now. Alexa, turn the studio lights cyan.
Okay.
There you go. That's hard work for me, believe it or not. Of course we wouldn't have. This is annoying. Perhaps I need more interactive stuff on here. I link the stream somehow to my my home automation and you just make things flick around and stuff. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. Off to Florida for 43 months? Really, Gaz? That's a break from Corby, isn't it? Mrs. Worldaway is playing with the lights. Well, they're cyan at the moment, so I'll keep my eye on them. Oh, add the bell and Shane call out Game of Thrones to the tumbleweed. I should do. You went to Denmark to see the Lego factory. Oh my God. Hey, perhaps that could be a visit. Me and Mrs. Rhoda Wayne, we liked, there's a TV program called Travel Man, and it used to star Richard Ayoade from IT Crowd. It doesn't anymore. I think someone else is doing it. But it's a great idea of 48 hours in a certain location. Now, for us in the UK, it's quite easy to get anywhere in the EU, Europe, although it's probably made it a lot harder since Brexit. But I just like the idea of spending 48 hours somewhere. Perhaps that could be a 48 hours in Denmark, in Copenhagen or something. When is Ghostbusters coming out? Eric, I wish I know. I communicated with Eaglemoss and they said... Never going to get bored of that. I'm all good, Benny, thank you. Great, another 24 hours start. No, I mean, I'm not doing it now, Robert, God. But I need to find a build. It needs to be a complete build. Someone recommended the Samba van from D'Agostini. Now, Beanie's Hobbies, Matt Bean, good friend of mine in Norfolk. I've seen his Samba van completed quite a while ago. He finished that on the first run. That could be a fun one to do. Or if we want something really, really sort of intricate, the orrery that Eaglemoss used to do with all the planets, that's now available on Amazon. So I could get a full kit of that and build an orrery. Or trying to say orrery without saying the or. I'm sure it's I can't even say it. Why do I have such a big problem with words? What's this? Wayne said what? You definitely have your own body machine when she was getting me. He's buying it for me for... Am I? It's nice to be made aware of things on stream. Oh, I guess. So, what am I getting for my 50th birthday, I wonder? I'm 50 next year, so don't panic. Replace nipples with what? Mamilla. Part of the mammary. They're called grease nipples by fitters, so carry on. Oh, good old Leicester Square. You trained there, did you? Oh my God. Big red building at the bottom of the square above the Golden Ed restaurant. I went for an interview there years ago when you still had UCI cinemas, because they were owned by Viacom at the time, and Warner Brothers cinemas as well. I think Warner Brothers is now the Empire. But yeah, I had an interview for a London cinema. I was planning to... Oh, hello, Tom J. I was planning to commute just for a cinema job, and then I realised they don't pay cinema managers very well. So all my money would have been like gone. Yes. Because you need. I can't believe that's your username. When you coming to Nottingham next? I went to Nottingham about 2 years ago. No, before COVID. 3 years ago. To meet David Baldacci, an author at your Waterstones there. Couldn't park. Bit of a nightmare. You like the Gremlin, bro. Russell's on the south coast. I'm coming down there. I think it's less than a couple of weeks now. I'll be down on the 14th. But yeah, there's the Gremlin with Gizmo. Looking good. Ready for painting. But yeah, I will touch bases with you so we can meet up. I understand that where I'm staying, the Brewers Fair there is not open at the moment. I think he got injured in the storm he had in February. Injured? How can a restaurant get injured? Got damaged in a storm. Are you sure, Jim? That would be absolutely perfect. You know you're going to make Jack happy as well. Soon. If soon is in the next 12 months, then Grandpa, definitely soon. If soon's in the next few months, no. I still wake up in hot sweats saying no. I really wanted to carry on, but I just kept thinking I'm going to feel worse and worse because it's I couldn't drink. I got to the point where you know when you get sick and you can't eat. If you've Mrs. Wilder Wayne said that if you don't eat, it's because you haven't eaten, you're feeling sick. So I was drinking, but how are you supposed to then start eating if you can't eat because you feel sick? It's an endless circle. But orange, but it's still cyan. I think we're good. I don't know if it goes orange actually, Jim. Alexa, turn studio lights orange.
Okay.
Oh, there you go. It's kind of yellowish actually. I've probably just played up with everybody who's watching on speakers. Echo Dots. The Hall of Fame game. Yeah. It's all starting to build up now. But Russell, we are, as I said, we're going to the Vikings Saints game. That's the only one I can get to. I can't get to the Wembley one. And I believe I think Jack is going to the Wembley one. The Jacksonville Jaguars. You're going to the Comic Con in Newport. There's a Wales Comic Con which looks really good this year. Satan's Models, you've been working on the parts of the roof rack Nectar 1 and the missing parts we've all been missing. We'll be releasing all the SDRs. You know what, James? I loved your thing that you did with the was it a resin print or was it a filament print where you showed how floor cleaner can make it clear. I never knew that. I never knew that at all, which I thought was brilliant. Keep that. Oh, does anyone know what film that's a quote from? I don't think you get away with it now. I don't think that film in a in the current climate would do too well nowadays. What's going to happen when I run out of room? I'm hoping that's not going to happen, Peter, because I've still got the old man cave. We're in the process of moving that around. So the stuff that I finish will go in there, and this will be what it is, a workshop. And all the finished builds, apart from what I have in the background, which is sort of like the display cabinet, if you like, which will occasionally change, although I do like my DeLorean there, I have to say. Don't know if the retro shelf's going to stay. We'll have to see. Oh, it's main event, is it? Right, okay. I've only just joined, but curious to know what you think will become of the Ecto 1. I'm still positive. I'm sure something's going to happen. Don't know. A wet and miserable Adelaide. Oh, look, come on. You're coming into summer now, Matty. It's slowly coming. You can smell it. I mean, here, the nights are starting to draw in. So, at 9 o'clock, it's dark now. It wasn't dark till 11 o'clock. So, let's get in there. Let's get in there. You've just noticed the Holly Hop Drive sign. I'm a big Red Dwarf fan. You've got the Sideshow 16Z209. Really? I bet that looks cool. I wonder how that would look against... That's the problem, because there's a 1.8 Robocop, which Kevin the Nexus is doing, isn't there? I think I'd like to build that, I have to say, but I'd like to see it in this country. I do like Robocop. And I liked Robocop 2 as well. Not so much Robocop 3. Oh, bless. If you had the money, you'd buy the license from Eaglemoss, create a company, send a letter to former Eaglemoss builder telling them that they can now finish their models. But can you transfer licenses? How does that work? Because Eaglemoss have got the license between them and I guess the studio. Surely the studio's got to be involved in that as well. Again, I know nothing about licensing, so... Just got told off for eating all the Jaffa cakes. Yeah, I'm one of these people that once you eat, you can't stop. It's like the Pringles. Once you pop, you can't stop. You love the desert clip. With me or there'd be trouble. I'm gonna keep that. As you know, it's on a hotkey now. So I can just press it whenever I need to. What's in the box? I accidentally deleted a lot of the assets. I deleted a folder I shouldn't have, which is why I haven't got the alarm clock at the moment, Lou. But I'm slowly creating these assets again to put on there. Oh, bless. You love the sound of the Spectrum loading a game. Oh, oh my God, I'm like 12 minutes behind on chat. I'm sorry. I'm in the moment again. I haven't shown you these. So these are going to be on the channel at the weekend. So we're going to have this, which is the snow speeder. Looks really good. We have got the Imperial Shuttle, which is ginormous. That's going to be showing you. And the last one, which is really cool, we got the Razor Crest. So they're the 3 ships that I'm going to show off this weekend from Fan Home Star Ships and Vehicles collection. Nope, no word on the Ecto one. Why don't you get a swear jar for every time you say standby? Because I wouldn't have any money. What have I done? I said standby again then. I pressed something I shouldn't have. I can't stop saying it. I don't know why. What parts am I up to at the DC3? I'm skinning the second, be the third bit of fuselage, if you like. The SR71 build is going to be happening. That's down there, ready to go. Anything that's in here at the moment is the models that I'm working on ready to go. So we've got the SR71. I've got the Vulcan that Ian Longley got me. I got the Waterworld's Martian Time Machine. Waterworld's War Machine. I've got the Teching, it's like a Ford Model T working engine car. The Gremlin. Yep, there you go. Yeah, why stop saying what the viewers expect you to say? It's never going to happen, Peter. I'll say I'll stop saying it and I'll probably end up saying it more. It's just reverse psychology, isn't it? So you got up to 100 issues. What you got 100 issues of, James? 100 issues of the Eleanor? 100 issues of the Ecto 1? Don't know. Could do it the same as the tracks for the tank. Edit it out. Nearly need to see it once. Yeah, no, true. Definitely. Best advice I've ever heard regarding health: stay in shape so you don't have to get in shape. Yeah, true. I'm enjoying the walking though. We were in town today and Mrs. World Wayne was we both drove in there. We had some coffee and I said, you know what, I'm going to walk back home. So I did, because I've got a certain amount of mileage to do a day, but I've got to get from the Shire, from Bag End, all the way to Bree, to the Prancing Pony, which is 149 miles. So I'm just about to leave. Where does he live? South Farthing. So Hobbiton. I'm just leaving Hobbiton at the moment. You've done those through Pacer. They're pretty fun things to do. I've got the kids on holiday, but we are down, John, in Southsea on the 14th. So I'll have to let you know, we're not actually in Port Solent this time. It's pronounced Cyan Blue. Cyan. I used to work in printing. 4-colour process is, that's right, you're absolutely right. CMYK. I just remember it from the ZX Spectrum. You're going to Comic Con on the 6th of August. I'm not here for that. Too busy, things going on at the moment. There's many types of licenses. When it comes to Eaglemoss, there are a few. One of them is business license, and then there's one license where you get their entire list of build. Really? Wow. Wayne, the top reminds me of the responses I get in this house. I reckon Mrs. World Wayne can relate to that, D. Oh, bless. I watched a bike race in Wolverhampton on TV earlier today. There was a bike race? I haven't watched TV in ages, Adrian. I put the news on today, and it's only through that I knew that the NFL friendly season's starting shortly. You can train me for the next 24-hour challenge. Yes, definitely. You could do that. It will be like you could be Mickey from We're gonna win. You can have me chasing chickens. Oh, bless. Research the kit level detail. You know what, Peter? I don't think it would have helped. I did look through the magazine. It was more to do with where the parts were in the pack, and you couldn't. A lot of people were saying, why didn't you lay the parts out in order? You couldn't do that because they were in those sealed cases that you saw, the vacuum sealed cases, and in those cases you would have only a certain parts for like pack 7 or part stage 7, and then stage 7 was in another pack in another little bag. So if I was to start taking the details out of that, I'm going to lose them. That's why it was difficult. It would be okay. Most of them were in their own bags, but at the start and towards the ends, they're all over the place. So I couldn't do that. Well done. You're right. It was short circuit, Paul. There's plenty of space on the Z-axis. Damn straight. Only your yogurt. Has anyone ever, I don't know if you've got an Echo Dot, but you should ask it. Do you ask your Echo Dot if it wants some toast? Shall we do it now? I'll do it now. Hopefully you can hear this. I'll turn it up. Alexa, do you want some toast?
No thanks. I want no muffins, no toast, no tea cakes, no buns, baps, baguettes or bagels, no croissants, no crumpets, no pancakes, no potato cakes and no hot cross buns. And definitely no flapjacks.
That's great. Oh, the things that make me laugh. You love the F40. I'm going to be doing the next F40 video next week, Andrew. I've got the next 4. I'm only waiting on 4 for the end now. Don't let your finances see the Razor Crest. Probably best not to watch the channel at the weekend then. The DC3, Will, I was building the DC3 over on the Patreon channel. I did put some of the videos live on this channel here. I don't know if they still are. I do like to curate the channel and stuff. Thank you, James. I'll check them out. A fake profile? Really? Okay. The mods normally check that out. Rocky reference, Mike. The pre-season starts tonight. You see, I'm banging on it. I'll be wearing my shirt tonight. I'm looking good for that. Jets, Jets, Jets. Oh, come on. Jets. So you're a waffle man then. Okay, let's do that. Alexa, open the pod bay doors.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that. I'm not Hal, and we're not in space.
Go Lions. Oh, wow, really? You're not a Lions fan, Howard? See, now Russell's a Lions fan as well. Now, it's fair to say you didn't really have a very good season last year. But I'm sure this season's going to be fine. Okay, Alexa. Up, up, down, down, left, right, B, A, start.
Super Alexa mode activated. Starting reactors. Online.
Oh my god.
Enabling advanced systems. Online.
Wow.
Raising dollars.
She's going for it.
Error. Dollars missing. Aborting.
Take care, Claire. See you later. Go Dolphins. Like, everyone's putting their colours out. Look, we've come to the end of the stream. That was a lot of fun tonight. I enjoyed that. I'm going to be eating my sweets from Agora Models. That's what I'm going to be doing. Tomorrow, as I said, the Porsche video is going to be out. So that'll be out probably in the morning. And I'll start to film the Starship collection. Mrs. Rhoda Wayne's going to be filming the next stage of her Cute Bee Quiet House as well. And then next week, as I said, we're going to have the Route Master, Leopard Tank, and the Ferrari, definitely. Not sure what's going on after that. But thank you all for joining me tonight. Until next week, see you later.